Alright, first things first, let's go back to Spaceship Mario and see how everything's changed. In World 1, we had this lively blue sky that we were exploring. Here in World 2, we have this beautiful warm color scheme and a solar system in the middle. We see the star and all these planets and moons orbiting it. You can see this beautiful axis. And what I love is you can even appreciate the shadow coming off of the sun and the planets. And you can begin to imagine the types of experiences you might have exploring this vast new universe. One with a sun so bright you can see the sun rays radiating off of it. The denizens of Starship Mario aren't really affected by this change, they mostly say the same thing. Let's go talk to our favorite trio here. Look at this guy, my #1 op, I swear. I mean, let's even go back and see the Toad Brigade up here. And what's really cool is since we're in the very first area of this world, you can see the portal that we just came through that connects World 1 to World 2. It's such a subtle touch, I'm really surprised that this even made it into the game. Anyway, enough lollygagging around, let's go to Puzzle Plank Galaxy, the puzzling picture block. We just open on all these different wooden structures, some scraps floating through space, and we see what looks like a wooden carving of a beetle. After landing on this H block, the first thing you might realize is that this place is filled with ground pound opportunities. On each side of this block, we see different things we can ground pound, and to even reinforce this further, we have another one of these tutorial TVs teaching us how to ground pound. Anyway, let's just ground pound on this H block and make our way down to this other platform. We see 2 wigglers here guarding the place. We can make easy work of them. It's really interesting that they use wigglers as the primary enemy in this opening area because they get thrown over after you ground pound near them. And once they do, instead of following their predetermined path, they'll become angry and chase right after you. Anyway, we've got a lot of different things we can ground pound here. In the bottom left, we get some star bits. Bottom right, we get the launch star. Top right, we get a bunch of coins. And top left, we get a Rainbow Music Note minigame. Let's see if you guys can tell which song this is from. Yeah, it's Super Mario World's theme. Here, take a listen. Anyway, we keep going to the next platform. We see a bunch of stacked columns on one side. There's a few tree trunks we can ground pound for some star bits and some coins. We can go through the other side. There's some bushes here with some more coins. And hey, there's a warp pipe here. Let's see what happens. Look at that, a gold question mark coin. Looks like this is another coin minigame. Nothing a true gamer like the Malmadius can't handle. Guys, check this out. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Come on, guys, not even close. Alright, and you may have guessed, same as me with all these coins lying around, that surely there's another secret hungry Luma here. And here she is. I'm so hungry, will you give me 70 coins? Oh my goodness, we need 4 more, are you joking? This is the worst part, when you've already collected the majority of them and there's still some more left. Come on. Thankfully for us, I hear some live bait right up top this tower. Alright, 3 more to go. And thankfully there's another golden question mark here. We can grab the last few coins, no problem. Let's go ahead and feed her and see what happens. That's the stuff. I'm so full. Wow, I think I'm going to transform. A new planet was born. Alright, and before we keep going, here's some really cool trivia I wanted to talk about. In the original E3 2009 trailer for Super Mario Galaxy 2, when they first revealed the game, they showed off a lot of cool stuff, mainly Yoshi, as we talked about earlier, but also they showed this level in an early beta stage. What's interesting is there was never this coin Luma there in that original trailer. There were actually the Whittles that showed up here. I don't know, something cool I thought I'd bring up here. Anyway, let's keep going to this beautiful autumn tree island. See, check it out. Did you guys see that? The skybox changed just like the same secret area back in World 1. Isn't that cool? Anyway, let's grab the cloud flower and make our way to this arena. Uh-oh, here comes this green beetle. When it gets close to Mario, it revs up and charges straight at us. And we can use the cloud mushroom to avoid it, or we can even use these springs that are lying around. Check it out, I'm riding this guy. Anyway, you may have guessed, you can see the ground pound on his carapace here. So all we gotta do is ground pound right when we're over him. This brings him to the next phase where he starts flying and shooting these bombs out of his... I don't even know what that is. Ugh. Anyway, same sort of thing, we just gotta get over him to ground pound and knock him down. But because he's so high up, we really need to use these springs to get a good shot. Yeah, let's go! Now he's red and enraged. Anyway, we just gotta make our way to another spring and just finish this guy. Oh. Okay, give me 1 second. Anyway, we finish him off, and there we go. Another star's in the books. That toad came back with you, right? He sure loves delivering mail. Go ahead and humor him. Maybe he's got something for you. Alright, we got this pink mail toad, another member of the Toad Brigade here. This guy occasionally has this mail icon over his head, and we can talk to him and see what he's got for us.
Hey Mario, I decided to start delivering mail, and my first letter is for you.
Oh, it's from Peach. Dear Mario, I'm very far away right now, but I'm okay. I know you'll come to save me. P.S. I've attached something useful to this letter. I hope it'll be useful. Peach.
Princess Peach included a 1-up mushroom in her letter. Aw, even when she's kidnapped, the princess is so thoughtful. Well, come and see me next time there's a mail delivery.
Alright, you guys get the idea. Occasionally he has something for us, and sometimes it's useful, you know? When we go back to the helm, we actually zoom all the way out to this mega world map. This is the Grand World Map. With the power of the Grand Star, we can travel great distances across space and time. Now we can travel to another world whenever you're ready, Captain. Yeah, and this area kind of just shows us in general whether there's any type of galaxies that we've missed or stars that we need to collect. Anyway, let's go right where we left off. What we actually need to do is ground pound on these columns so that way they appear on the other side. Then we can just use it as a staircase to make our way to the next launch star. We land on these planks with all these buzzsaws that are about to make us fall to our doom. We can quickly nab this comet medal on our way up as we're waiting for the area to progress forward. Anyway, speed is the name of the game. Just make sure you don't get caught up on anything and you'll be fine. We keep going here through these different platforming challenges until we make our way to this last area. There's one of these beetle enemies that kind of looks like the boss we just defeated, but way smaller. We hit this button and make our way to the launch star real quick. We go to this area before the last arena and see another one of these Luma shops. Unfortunately, we can't buy anything at this time, but anyway, we keep going, and all we have to do is just knock the different planks into place. Once we do, this mini-boss shows up. It's the same thing like the guy we just beat, except there's 2 of them this time. But honestly, it's just simple enough. We just ground pound on these guys and take him out. And there we go, another star. Okay, now we can go to the hardest galaxy in the entire game for me. Especially when I was a kid. Nowadays it's not that bad, but oh my goodness, the amount of times I died in this stupid level, I don't even want to talk about it. In all actuality, I really like this level. Hightail Falls Galaxy Hot Stepping Dash Pepper. Such a simple opening, just the hot pepper and looking at this daunting path upwards. Beautiful. We land in a galaxy surrounded by waterfalls. Look at this, we're on a platform and everywhere we look, there's a waterfall. The music of the level will start playing, but there's also this beautiful ambiance of mist, almost like the waterfalls themselves are very close by. Just take a listen, see if you can hear it. Isn't that cool? Anyway, let's make our way forward. Let's kill this stupid Goomba. And, oh, oh, look at this. Check it out. When you ground pound on this thing, it just starts bouncing. Oh my God. I'm sorry guys, I don't know why I'm having so much fun with this. Why, of all places, did they decide to make this rickety bridge like physics-based? I love it. If Bowser really wanted to stop Mario, he should just invest into more rickety bridges. Come on, I'd be here all day. So we grab Yoshi and these Whittles are here and they tell us to climb fast. And that works for a little bit, but these slopes are too steep to actually go up. until we see this chili pepper. We eat it, and all of a sudden we get the dash Yoshi ability, where it's just so hot, and Yoshi is so overcome by the spice that he just zooms straight forward. We make it to the large vertical ramp from the opening. There's a sign here that says, to control dash Yoshi, tilt the left stick in the direction you want to go. I mean, kind of obvious, I guess, but whatever, thanks, sign. Now there's two ways forward. You can either go this way on the left, which is much more precise and difficult, or you can go the way on the right, which is much more forgiving. And in honor of 10-year-old me, I'm gonna make it up this path on the left that I was never able to complete before. Come on, I mean, how hard could it be, right? And as we make our way up, there's this golden question mark. Alright. Alright. Come on! What? Let's go! Yes! That's how you do it, baby! At the top of the tower, we get this one up, and also there's this elder penguin who shows up. Your skill has brought you very far. Quite a view, is it not? From here, it's clear how important every coin truly is. Okay, what do you guys think he's talking about? Let's get up here and try to take a look. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Come on. Get up there. Mario. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look and see. Can you see anything? Am I missing it? Where is it? I don't see anything from here. Like, guys, it's supposed to be right there, right? That's what he's talking about? I'm sure you guys can figure he's talking about another secret hungry Luma later on in this level that we have to feed coins to. And I know where it is. It's supposed to be right there, but I swear I can't see it from here. Whatever. All that aside, let's keep going the rest of the level. I just want to take a pause and talk about this beautiful environment. This level, at its core, is just a speed raceway. So why the developers wanted to put this little platforming section in a ring of waterfalls is beyond me. But I love the type of atmosphere it adds. I don't know where we are. I can't even see the bottom. There's all this mist covering the bottom of the galaxy, presumably by all these waterfalls. And what does it mean? Where is all the water coming from? This is what I'm talking about. The developers beautifully incorporate the environment, and it gives a type of synergy to the level. If you want to know exactly what I'm talking about, think about the theme of this level. We are consuming chili peppers, very hot, in a waterfall environment. Water is typically cooler. Not only that, we're scaling up all these different ramps, some of them directly vertically. This is in direct opposition to the background, where there's water falling down. And this theming serves to promote the power of the player. Not only are we able to get through a platforming gauntlet, but we're also doing so in direct opposition to the galaxy that we exist in. We're using fiery chili peppers to go directly up against gravity, the central power that is acting on all of the waterfalls that define this galaxy itself. And we, the gamer, are even able to conquer that. You see what I'm talking about, guys? This stuff is really, really cool when you stop and think about it. And honestly, it was looking back at this level in particular that made me want to make this video. I just genuinely couldn't stop thinking about it. But that's enough gushing for right now. I can do plenty more of that later. Here's a nice straight shot getting us more used to the dash pepper. We just have to avoid these falling obstacles. At the end of the pathway, we can make it to this battle arena with all these Paragoombas. While we could just beat this guy with Yoshi, that only gives us star bits. I know we have that hungry Luma to feed at the end of this level, so might as well stomp on these guys and get a few extra coins. This next part is really cool. You use the ramp to go up the wall and walk on it vertically. It's not that difficult so far, but the level will continue to expound upon this idea in a little bit. But before we keep going there, let's go to this hungry Luma over here. He only needs 30 coins to transform, and we've got plenty. That's the stuff. I'm so full. Wow, I think I'm going to transform. A new planet was born. This is a cool silver star level with all these little frog things that are carrying the silver stars. It's not that difficult, but what's really cool is these guys will try to carry things if they're not holding on to anything already. They'll go after the silver stars and also different coins and stuff. But best to just make quick work of these guys. Alright, just like that, another star down. And it looks like we can advance even further. But before that, we've got another letter from Male Toad.
Mario, I have a letter for you.
Invitation. Hey, remember me? I've got a new game over in the Fluffy Bluff Galaxy. Come on by and we'll do the whole introductions thing. I want to see what kind of game skills you got. The Chimp. Alright, looks like we got another star we could get back in World 1, but I'll save those for a little bit later. For now, let's go right back to the Hightail Galaxy. Alright, let's make our way right back to where we left off. Come on, guys, I can't help it. Okay, seriously, let's make our way back to where we left off. This next vertical challenge is a little bit more difficult with some moving area, and we can just quickly nab this comet medal without— Oh no! Come on! Come on! You got this! Yo, look at me clutch that, come on! Anyway, the rest of the level is just expounding upon the challenge in some other fun ways. But what's really cool about this level is it was the first one child me ever saw the Shadow Galaxy Rosalina. After dying a few times in a particularly hard section, this shadowy Rosalina figure will appear. She says, "Are you in need of a helping hand? Would you like me to guide you to the star? If you decide at any time that you no longer need my help, simply press the plus button. Off we go." And then Cosmic Rosalina flies around and basically possesses Mario. Acting as a cosmic guide, she takes us through the rest of the level. You can see her possession bubbles fading in and out of Mario. And this is what I mentioned way earlier. The Cosmic Guide does this, and so does the hints on the TV does this. They just avoid some of these coins randomly, and it's the most infuriating thing. Check it out, the developers even show you a little shortcut you can do, which is pretty cool. Once it gets you to the end of the level, Cosmic Rosalina will say, "What you will get is a bronze star. If a power star is what you seek, you must reach it by yourself. May the stars shine down on you. Farewell." At this point, we're back in control, and we can either collect the bronze star or restart it and do it ourselves. But, you know what? Let's make our way all the way back down. Come on, guys, I don't need no cosmic guide to beat this level. I can do it all over again and still get the bronze star. Check this out, guys. This is what it's like to be a true gamer. Come on, let me activate my Malmadius focus. Let's go! Even collected the cosmic medal like it was nothing. Come on. And the one-up? Woo! Come on, guys. Tell me I'm not the greatest gamer who ever lived. We get back to Starship Mario and Lubba says, "Well now, you found quite a few of those power stars, huh? We'll keep track of how many you got." That's it, the sign next to the helm right there. It'll also show you the whereabouts of some other power stars, if you're interested. So yeah, this is a nice cool adjunct to the zoomed out world map where we can see directly how many power stars are left in different galaxies. But we've got 2 galaxies down and a whole bunch left to go. Let's keep going. Next, we'll make our way to the Boulder Galaxy. Rock and Rolladillo. No! No, these pink ones, no! Oh no! Not this level, not this level. We see these horrible Octoombas, the green ones and the pink ones, as we open the level, and then we see the rock mushroom. Ooh, listen to this music. I love this type of music. Really like spunky, almost like pop. Bum bum ba da bum 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 ba da, that type of thing. I love it. We've got a lovely galaxy here that we can explore. Beautiful stars and atmosphere. The red in the sky kind of complementing all the different crystals that we'll end up seeing. Anyway, after defeating these 3 green Octoombas, we unlock the Rock Mushroom power-up. You transformed into Rock Mario! Shake or press Y to roll over your enemies! We can use this thing to destroy different types of rocks in background areas. And check it out, there's this one green toad mining this giant crystal. "I'm never gonna be able to break this thing. I can't believe the captain is making me do this." And here's the yellow toad fast asleep. Anywho, let's help this guy out. And inside we got a comet medal. And oh, look at this, a secret 1-up. Here, does this kind of help you, guy? Whoa, you made that look easy. Yeah, that's how we do it. Anyway, let's keep moving forward. We can knock over this platform. And here comes a nice bowling challenge. Woo! Oh, we almost got a strike our first try. Oh, good, let's get the spare.
Nice spare.
Anyway, let's make our way forward. Oh no, here they are. These guys, these pink Octumbas have caused me so much misery. They are unbelievably accurate and they fire very, very quickly. I know I'm making it look real easy, but these guys have given me a lot of grief in the past. Anyway, looks like we gotta kill all of these Octumbas in order to unlock the launch star. Alright, looks like we just got one left. Let's line ourselves up. What? Oh, come on! We were right there! Yeah, that's the big issue with Rock Mario. He's really dependent on the platform that he's under. You saw that little dip that we went across? Completely changed our trajectory. And then there we go. Honestly, I find it easier to just beat these guys as normal Mario. But then that means you gotta deal with these pink guys way close and personal. And look at these dudes! Come on! They're sniping me out of the sky left and right. They are way, way too aggressive. You see these boulders though? You can actually break them if you time a shake just right. Isn't that cool? Anyway, let's keep going to the next part of the level. If you need health, shoot a star bit at one of those shiny spots on the ground. A coin will pop out that will restore some of your life. Alright, we got this area here with a lot of mud, some different boulders, and some chain chomps that you cannot destroy. See, I even tried. If we break this boulder, oh, check it out, there's a pipe here. Oh yeah, check this out, a whole bunch of dice. Let's go! Big money, a few one-ups. No, my money!
Oh, my moolah! It's escaping my clutches!
And then the last one, let's see what happens. Woo, another one-up. Anyway, let's go see this captain what he wants. Treasure hunting, treasure hunting, treasure hunting. Hey, you're looking for a star, too? Oh, let's see what this nerd wants. I can't see a thing without my glasses. I sure hope they're safe. Anyway, let's keep going. Looks like we got a Luma shop here. Luma Lee, Luma Pop. Welcome to the Luma shop. Sure, you know I love these guys. Let's pay for, I guess, a one-up. Why not? And let's make our way here to this boss arena. You can hear something humming in the background. Whoa, check out this hamster. He just kind of chases you with his armor, but you can see the back part of him is exposed, so if you just time a good hit, boom. He gets a little upset and starts rolling around on the platform as well. You just have to wait until he gets dizzy before hitting him one more time. He gets even more mad, but just like that, we got him. I always feel bad about his death animation here. The way he tries to curl up, it's almost like when you kill an ant or a bug or something, they just kind of curl up. But anyway, we got another power star. This time we land inside the engine room. You seem to have brought back, what's that? A rock, huh? Yeah, okay, good work there, pal. I guess. Well, looks like we got the room for it, so I don't mind having it around. I love Lubba, man. I love this guy's vibe. Oh, man. Anyway, let's keep going. Next on the agenda is this hungry Luma. Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any tasty star bits I can snack on? So hungry. Feed me delicious star bits. I need to chow on 700. Then I'll transform! I like that if you stop, he just goes, just a little more. That's the stuff. Oh, so full. I think I'm about to transform. I love these guys. I love that World 2 is throwing so many at us. A new galaxy was born. Oh, but before we get the next star, here's a cool little Easter egg. If you have exactly 777 star bits, Lubba will have a special icon over his head. Let's see what he says. Hey, you have 777 star bits. How lucky. Isn't that cool? Anyway, we got 3 different galaxies to choose from. Going from the top, let's go to Wild Glide Galaxy. Fluzzard's first flight. A nice jungle with these different birds.
Fluzzard. He can't fly so well, and he's shy, so shy. But he seems okay with you. Maybe he'll even carry you and glide. Come on, I'll teach you to glide. Will you fly with Fluzzard? Too bad, so sad. Come back some other time and fly.
Let's talk to the other guy real quick first.
Gliding to the goal is tough.
And here's Fluzzard. Look at this guy. Anyway, let's learn how to fly. Basically, this is a full motion control gimmick. Now, while a lot of people don't like these things, I really, really like them, especially growing up. Basically, you just have to position the controller in the same way you would Fluzzard. And as you tilt the controller in different ways, that's how Fluzzard moves. Admittedly, this is way, way more finicky on the Switch than it was on the Wii because the motion controls is not nearly as sensitive. But we can figure it out pretty well. The important thing to remember is that tilting forward will also make Fluzzard go fast in a skydive. Anyway, we've got to make our way to the goal. If we hit anything on the way, we take damage, obviously. And you might see these little red gates. If we go through all of them, we can unlock the sun at the very end. But anyway, I'll show you what that means in a little bit. These first three are really easy to go through. We can quickly grab this one up here. The next one's a little high up, so if you dove too early, you won't be able to get it. Anyway, let's go down through this cave. And make our way through the last one. That unlocks a comic medal, and here we go to the goal! 1:12 seconds. Tell me I'm not the best gamer ever made. You can see if we didn't actually pass through all of those different red gates, we wouldn't be able to collect the comic medal at the very end. You see, it's still closed.
You flew, even Fluzzard looks happy, Here, take this star. Nice flying. Woohoo, yay!
Now we could technically advance all the way to the boss, but let's finish the rest of these levels first. Next, let's go to the Cosmic Cove Galaxy. Twin Falls Hideaway. Ooh, now this beautiful environment. Look at this beach with all this water. Immediately the music clues you in on this level. It's gonna be very elegant, very sophisticated in terms of the vibe. I love it. Oh, hey there. Everyone's out doing their swimming drills right now. Here's a tip, the TV will teach us how to swim like a pro, which is kind of funny because all it really does is kind of walk us through the first part of the level where the penguins themselves will teach us how to swim anyway. But whatever. We can knock over this circle of shells to get some more star bits. And what's cool in this other circle of shells, there's this Koopa Troopa who's walking here. Obviously, when we try to collect the star bits, we end up knocking him over too. And if we carry his shell over to the water, we can kind of use him as like a diving board to kind of control our swimming way better. The light he shines through the Koopa's shell will destroy these tentacle creatures if we aim it at their eyes. It's kind of like a motor-powered engine, this Koopa shell, with the light going forward. It can also brake and reverse with this red tail light. If you notice, Mario has a limited amount of air underwater. We can replenish it by collecting coins or getting air from these bubbles. We keep going through this cave and we make our way to this beautiful open area. Check this out, guys. Oh my goodness, look at the way this place really opens up. There's this pufferfish enemy that forces you either side, and all of a sudden, you see all of this beautiful area. It's almost like a kid's aquarium with a castle in the middle and all these different shells and ornaments and everything on either side. We've got all these different penguins swimming and a few different enemies. It's really, really cool. There's a bunch of different coins we can collect. There's some cheeps over there. There's this huge jellyfish that you can kill by shooting a few shells at it. And of course, in this green shell, there's another comet medal. And I love when you reach the surface holding the shell, you kind of leap over the water, kind of like a pod of dolphins bowing. Eh? What's all this about? You're searching for a star. Well, all I can tell you is that you will need the power to climb waterfalls. It is possible. Okay, so quite obviously the main objective of this level is to climb those waterfalls just like the title said. Now before we do that though, you may have noticed this hungry Luma that appears in the level. Let's see how many she needs to transform. Okay, only 15. We're almost there, so we might as well get this while we're at it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We're all set. Oh, let me just try to... Oh, come on! Oh my god, these platforms are so slippery. But okay, we got the 15 coins. Now it's time to... transform! A new planet was born. Alright, we make it here. It's a planet filled with holes with a black hole in the center. The entire surface of the planet is filled with a tiny layer of water. We see a golden bunny when we arrive. She says, "Think you can catch me? I'd like to see you try." Boing! So the name of the game is just catching her. There's a bunch of these purple enemies on this planet. I didn't mention them before, but these guys are really cool. They kind of look like those insects that kind of float on the surface of ponds. And they will try to just charge at you whenever possible. However, there's also this button that exists on the planet, and when we ground slam it, it freezes the surface of the water, including all those enemies. And using this, we can try and catch up with this bunny. She'll try to juke us out as we're traveling, but so long as you're persistent, it shouldn't be a problem. You can kind of get a mini boost when you try shaking on the ice. And I love that Mario's plumber boots somehow turn into Olympic-level ice skates once he's on the ice. I love how dynamic and acrobatic he looks, flawlessly making his way through the ice. But anyway, if we're on her tail long enough, eventually we catch her.
Okay, you caught me. Here, take this star.
Alright, let's get back to where we were before. If we make our way on top of the castle, we see this penguin and a huge red button. When we talk to him, he just says, "Oh, I'm sick of swimming all the time. Is it ice skating season yet?" Once we ground pound on this switch, all of a sudden, it freezes the entire surface.
Yippee, it's frozen solid. Use your left analog stick and shake to start ice skating.
If you can't shake, you can just press Y. I love it. I love how this works. I love the way Mario skates. It's so dynamic. It's so fluid. When he jumps, he does a beautiful spin. It sucks though for everything else under the water. You know, this is actually how a lot of underwater environments stay warm during the winter time, because the top layer of the ice will freeze, and therefore the fish and everything can keep living underneath, with the ice top layer as kind of like an insulation from the cold weather. Now, normally I wouldn't complain about that, except there's some penguins down there! Mario, how could you do this? They're still down there swimming perpetually underwater forever. Thank goodness there's some air bubbles down there, otherwise they probably couldn't sustain themselves. Mario, what have you done? I'm just picturing all these different penguins. They're learning how to practice. It seems like some type of like summer camp activity or something like that. All of a sudden some red Italian plumber just shows up, freezes everybody underwater, and this whole thing has to be under a state of panic. But hey, that's not Mario's problem. Like, who cares? I'm trying to get a star here. Oh ho, those waterfalls there. Are you the one responsible for freezing them? You must have much faith in your wall jump technique, eh? Alright, no more lollygagging about, let's make our way to these falls. I love as we ascend this area, the whole thing has been a kind of beachy water environment, but at the very top of these waterfalls, we see beautiful green plains. There's a crystal on one side, we break it open, and out comes the star. The star lands on the other side with the flowers and the beautiful supernova in the background. As a kid, I was always kind of annoyed, why are you making me jump over to the other side? But it is really pretty to look at. There's something so majestic about being so far up and being able to triumphantly claim your prize. What's cool is if we look around here, we can see another planet that we might be able to play at later. But first, let's get this star. If we go back to Cosmic Cove Galaxy, we can try exploring the Cosmic Cavern. This one shows these weird cave complexes that are underwater, as well as a key. We land here and the entire planet is actually still frozen over. Hopefully that means that these penguins aren't still stuck, but I digress.
Get me out of here!
This little guy's trapped in there, so everyone's out looking for the key.
Well, let's try and make our way through the ice. It looks like these guys fared okay. There are these cool rock enemies. There's different variations in the game. There's these ice guys that we're introduced to now, and there's also some fire ones. Obviously, if these guys touch you, they're gonna freeze you. We just have to shake near them to put them out and then run into them to get a coin. Now, something that I want to bring up. After we extinguish the fire rock enemies, they will always try and find the closest lava source in order to reignite themselves. So I was wondering what happens when we extinguish the ice from these ice rock enemies. He's clearly trying to bounce somewhere to get his ice back, but I wonder where. He just keeps trying to hit this wall for some reason. From what I can gather, it looks like they're just trying to get away from Mario, not really trying to get anywhere. There's this penguin here who's telling us to go inside this pipe. Once we enter this 2D cave section. Well, let's just make our way forward and see what we can find. It looks like these guys want us to dive down even further. And of course, reinforcing again that we can grab coins to get more air. From this point forward, Mario's gonna have a limited amount of air, so we've gotta be cautious about that. But this is just nice and smooth, until we get to this area where we can open a door. Now, all of a sudden, we've gotta make our way through, but there's these massive eel enemies. They do have a little bit extra reach on them, so just be careful about that. But once we make it through the cave, we enter a pipe that brings us to this bizarro area in space. You can get pretty close to this black hole without it sucking you in before the event horizon, so... This area is kind of cool because I love the way the water is suspended in space and you have to make your way through it. There's these different mines that appear. We can grab this one up real quick. The Goomba somehow notices you through the water. But anyway, we can keep going here. This keeps going and going. I think you have to dive in there. Yeah, this area is a bit dangerous because the water doesn't necessarily carry Mario forward. So you have to time your swim with the water itself. But simple enough, we make our way forward and we unlock the key. The pipe brings us right back.
This little guy's gonna be okay thanks to you. Nice going. Oh, thanks. It was more humid in there than you'd think.
What? Ew. We make our way back to the Toad Brigade, Captain.
Some vacation. I can't go swimming because everything's frozen.
Oh, Mario, I didn't even see you there. I've been, working hard on this mission to help you find stars. Oh, look, there's a star over there. Yep, I knew it all along. So we can make our way onto this side of the planet away from the star. There's all these different electrical enemies. They squeeze their electric charge down, and once they're like this, they're invulnerable. You have to try to get them in the short window where they're inactive. But we can get the drill and try to drill into the planet. Now we can drill into this side, okay, but there's only one area where we can actually drill out to the other side. No, not here. Let's try here. There we go. And here are these robotic Koopa Troopa enemies that shoot fire. Even when you bounce on them, they don't break. You have to deliberately slam into them. We break one of them that has the key inside, and that unlocks this dirt pile with some water sprinkling out of it. We just need to find another drill. Luckily, there's one at the top of this planet. Once we drill our way through, the geyser erupts, and the rest of the planet is filled with water. And there we go, another planet's down. We land in the garden. You know what that means, we're gonna get a new denizen for our ship. And look, we even completed the galaxy. A sassy penguin on board a spaceship? That's a new one on me. Well, he seems to want a word with you. I wouldn't keep that one waiting. Bro, what's his problem with blue things? First he makes a comment about the bunny and now this guy? Lubba, chill, bro, it's not like that.
Shake when you're in the water for a burst of speed. A lot of penguins don't know that. You can do the same thing with Y.
Sick, bruh. We're basically almost done with this world, so everyone gets a fill up. Not you. Looks like we got Huneybloom Galaxy left. Bumble Beginnings. I like that one. Alright, we see this beautiful spring and a bunch of bees flying, and what looks like a bee mushroom. We land directly on a vine and spring our way into the adventure. I love this music, a little bit jolly, a little bouncy. All of a sudden the flute shows up. Woo! They've got these swings here. We can swing backwards, of course, and get these secret star bits. Or we can go the normal way. Anyway, we keep moving forward. It looks like there's something lightly showering us. You transformed into B, Mario. Hold B to buzz around. I love him. I love him and his little sound, his little flying ability, the way he looks. I love it. I love it. I love his spin, how it turns into more of a honey spin instead of a star spin. Similarly to Cloud Mario, B Mario cannot touch water and cannot get hurt. B Mario can also stand on clouds, which makes this part pretty easy. There's these really fat, aggressive enemies. I hate the way they look. I hate their chubby cheeks. I hate everything about them. They look ugly. I don't like them. What are these stupid things even called? Choppas. Okay, I'll give them points for having a cool name, I guess. But I'm serious, guys. There better not be any Choppa fans in the audience here. You guys can just unsubscribe right now. We make our way forward. The Comet Metal is pretty out in the open here. It's just maybe a tight window with these two Choppas in the way. Anyway, we keep going and there's more vines bouncing here. Whoa, whoa, what's that? There's a star? Is that the star we're supposed to get? What is that? There's a star that looks like it's under some type of tree. Well, anyway, nothing we can do about it now. Let's just keep moving forward, I guess. I love these things, these plums over here. You can just bounce on them and gain a little bit of your flying power. I really like this coin minigame, which teaches you to fly and kind of collect coins to replenish your flying ability. I like that a lot. I like how you can just kind of bounce your way up through these different plums. And I really like how, as we're going forward, it kind of transforms the scale of everything a little bit, making you actually feel like a little bee. Come on, guys, what would you rather be? A cute little honeybee or a fat Italian plumber? I like how even the wood has some honeycomb designs on it, reinforcing the bee motif even more. We can make our way forward to some more star bits or even climb up these different poles. Don't worry if you get hit, by the way, there's different bee power-ups that can help you replenish. But we keep making our way up here until we get to these springs. If we use one of these springs and spring backwards, we can get to these secret star bits up here. But what we're actually supposed to do is keep making our way towards these different vines, swing one more time all the way down, and we make our way to this next area. I like these different plants that appear here. I think of them as different carnivorous plants, similar to piranha plants or maybe that piranha plant general we were talking about before. They kind of pouch out their venomous spikes and lunge straight at you wherever you are. And they're actually impervious to star bits. They don't get stunned like most enemies do. There's also these carnivorous platforms, where if you're standing on them for too long, they turn red and try to swallow you whole. It really just goes to show how dangerous it is to be a little insect out there in the world. Anyway, we keep going forward. If you notice, even here too, there's still the different honeycomb styles on the wood platforms. I just love it. I love the bee theme. I love it so much. Well, we're almost through, guys. There's just this last opening of the different wood clearings where there's a few different clouds. Hidden in the clouds, there's some black holes, and if we make our way up, there's finally the star here. Now, you might think that we got everything, but what about that one star that we missed earlier? Well, sure enough, if we go back to Huneybloom Galaxy, we can see that there's a secret star that we missed. Well, where could it be, right? Obviously, it's in the earlier section of the level. I mean, that's where we saw the star floating to before, and after we went on those vines, we just got further and further away from it. Well, let's go back and see if we can't find it. Here, what we're actually supposed to do is start swinging. Okay. Well, get rid of this guy, and then, anyway, we can start swinging, and then we can see. Look at the very top of the screen when we're at the apex of our swing. If we can land a wall jump there, that's how we need to go forward. Well, you might just be asking, oh, can't I just bring the bee power up and use that to help us? Well, remember that little spring in the wall jump we were doing before? That immediately blocks out the bee power up. So no, you've got to do this with pure gaming skill by yourself. No bee power up assisting at all. Well, let's try again then. Okay, try again. Oh, did I get it? Did I get it? No! Okay, well now we know it's possible at least. Let's make, oh my god. Okay, let's make our way back up again. Okay, nice and easy. Focus. No! Oh my god. Here, what do you want? Bzzz, we came here in search of a star for our queen. Shut up, bruh, I'm busy. Okay. Let's do this, let's do this. Oh! No! Okay. So you have to wall jump and make it to the other side, too. Okay, let's try again. Oh! Oh, there it is! Yes! Malmadius all the way. No! It's okay, guys. I'll make my way up again. Come on! Yes! Take a little intermission. Okay! Yes! Oh, here we go. Beautiful in this spring underneath the trunk. There we go, that's how we do it. Ooh, and we land in the garden again. Looks like we have a bee on board. Keep it away from me. I'm allergic. If I get stung, I'll swell right up. I do like watching him, though. Think he knows any good bee tricks? Alright. You know what, Lubba? You get a treat. You know, I feel like I'm giving you anxiety having a bee on board your ship if you're allergic. So good on you, man.
Bet you'd like to know our secret. When we get coins in the air, we fly farther.
Cool, man. Ooh, and it looks like we got a letter.
Certificate of Commendation. Wow, even we couldn't get to the star in Huneybloom Galaxy. Here is a reward for your bravery. Please accept this. Honeybee.
Oh, that was nice, guys. You didn't have to. But anyway, we've got enough to make our way forward to the Bowser level. Bowser's lava lair. Bowser's big lava power party. Alright, a bunch of lava with these thwomp things in the way. And this huge gateway with Bowser's face on it. And I love the dynamic use of Bowser's theme in this level. I sense a grand star ahead. The way is dangerous though. Be careful. Oh, here comes Kamek. Ah, no big deal. Once we kill him, we get this pointer star. If we click on it, Mario will be levitated towards the area. We make our way forward onto one of these ships. There's this lava in the way where we need to go, but as we all know, wood is completely fireproof, so we can make our way through this platform, no problem. I found a springboard for you. Ground pound it to bounce high. We keep going and there's even more fire obstacles on our way. There's this life mushroom we can get for a few extra life bars. And another one-up mushroom here. We can free a launch star and make our way to the main platform. There's another tutorial TV teaching us, let's see. How to spin jump again? This is the end of World 2. What do you mean? Bruh, are you joking? Okay, I saw you do it. Let me do it myself now. Oh, check it out. The whole Toad Brigade is here.
We're pulling for you.
Oh, look, the sleepy Toad's actually awake. Oh, no, he wants to go home. What about you, Captain? What's some inspiring words to get your crew fired up? Mario, we found a coin for you. Thanks, guys. You did it. You helped save the day. Well, anyway, let's make our way to this platform with a hammer, bro. We knock him out midair and stomp him to get this mini launch star. Alright, there's some more gears grinding different areas. There's a nice coin minigame here we can play. And then a ground pound to the main platform. Because as we all know, wood is completely fireproof. I like this area because there's these slab enemies that slam onto the pavement once they see you. And we can actually use this guy to help us get the comet medal. Check it out. There we go, like it was nothing. We phased through him somehow, but anyway. Whoa, whoa, this guy's single-handedly taking us out. Not only knocks us into the electric fence, but then knocks us down the lava. A meteorite! You can ground pound it to break down the door! Oh, good idea, Luma. There's one central Bowser head holding all these chains together. If we aim our ground pound right, we can make this meteor fly straight into it. I know it's not much, but please take this starbit. I'm sorry it's not a one-up mushroom. I'll keep looking. This is why you're my favorite. Why did Nintendo have to completely mess you up? I love you, Bank Toad. I love you. This is really cool. I love this carpet and these carpet enemies. Basically, there's a thin carpet layer that these guys are eating through. They dynamically affect the platforms that Mario's able to walk on. If he falls through the carpet, he goes straight into the black hole. Now we have to make it through this gauntlet of lava. These platforms will move once we stand on them, so we have to keep up with them. Good thing there's another life mushroom here. And all of a sudden, Kamek appears, and he'll start firing these lava stones at us. We have to keep going quick. Careful, the statues! As we enter, the statues notice us through their motion sensing. They turn and fire lasers to prevent us from moving forward. And there's two hammer bros at the end of this gauntlet. If we extinguish the flames, sometimes we get a coin which can help us if we're low on health. Whoa, this guy's a sniper. Alright, we've made our way to the final gauntlet before Bowser. We've just got to unlock this door and beat him. There's a flagpole here, reminiscent of the old days when Mario just had to reach the flagpole to finish the level. We've clearly come a long way from that. There's a nice life mushroom up here, and I just want to acknowledge the beauty of the music in this game. Think of this. This is Bowser's original theme, but now there's an opera to it. There's such immense power given to this moment. We're facing Bowser, here he is, and he has all this might to show for it. The power of the galaxy is behind him. But that does not deter Mario. We're here, we're ready, and we're gonna face him, whatever it takes. And here we go! We fall right in front of the big man himself, on his throne, waiting for us. Ha ha ha! You showed up! Look at you running around like a little flea on a puny planetoid. No, it isn't puny. My massive new power.
And you know what else is massive?
The power to flatten you like a space pancake. The little Luma jumps out and looks at Mario. We're both determined as ever. Bowser knocks us into this planet. The epic showdown. If you remember from the intro, Bowser's screams are so powerful. They shake the atmosphere, causing meteors to fall onto Mario. Then Bowser will look for us, charge up a massive punch, and slam into the galaxy. This punch is so strong it knocks those meteors back out, and his hand is stuck in the planet for a few seconds. This gives us our window to strike. All the while, the music starts swelling even more, the opera increasing in its ferocity as we take down this massive beast. After hitting him twice, he screams out in rage. He still yells out and fires these meteors, but now he breathes fire. Just keep moving is all the advice I can give. Keep avoiding it. And line him up in a good place to anticipate where your meteor's gonna end up. If we wait for too long, the meteors themselves will decay too. So you have to time it right. If you end up needing more health, you can kind of line up the meteorites to destroy each other. That'll give you a coin. But anyway, we hit him again. And once more, we knock the Grand Star literally right out of him. He collapses face first, shakes his head, and looks at us. Ugh! Now I remember why you're my arch nemesis. You're so annoyingly hard to squish! Good thing I win anyway. Haha! While we've been playing, my master plan has moved on to the next phase. Tough luck, Mario! And he jumps up and vanishes in a plume of dark magic. All while the Grand Star reappears in front of us. It's symbolically placed right in front of the throne, letting it know with its magic. That's what gave Bowser all the power in the first place. And now he lost it and we're free to collect it. I also love this final platform that we're on. It's almost like a compass. And of course, it's north that leads us to the North Star. We collect the Grand Star and make our way back to Faceship Mario. While we do, let's think about everything we've done so far. Alright, overall I think World 2 was a lot more consistent overall than World 1, where World 1 had a lot of really big highs and really low lows. World 2 is much more, let's say, middle of the road in terms of its consistency. But anyway, let's look at the bottom of D tier. Silver stars in the Hightail Falls. I think honestly the best thing about this level was the build-up to actually feeding that Luma. Getting those coins, making your way to the top of this tower, and then having the Elder Penguin kind of clue you in that there's a secret Luma hidden somewhere in this world. I think that was all done phenomenally. However, every subsequent playthrough of this level, you're not going to have that same build-up, so you're just left with this kind of mundane Silver Star level. Cool enemies, but like, it's not enough to make up for it. Alright, top of D tier is exploring the Cosmic Cavern. Now, I did not discuss this when talking about this level initially, but there is something that has to be said about the way this level feels and its overall vibe. I am very put off by this level. I think it has a type of unease that is unbecoming of a level like this. Not to say that you can't have an uneasy vibe, especially in this game, like I'm thinking about the Haunted Mansions later on. However, this level has always had a kind of like uneasy feeling to me whenever I play this game. and I was really trying to reason to myself why this level in particular. First of all, I think the 3D environment for swimming is a lot more pleasant than this 2D one. You know, you're left without the type of whimsy that comes in swimming in an open area. But I will fully acknowledge that this may be just my bias, but I am very unsettled by things that cause severe isolation. I have weird feelings about being trapped in deep space and trapped in the deepest depths of the ocean. And what does this level do? It combines the two of them. In terms of purely a level standpoint, it is fine, it is great, but that type of overarching vibe in this level is enough to put it at the top of D tier. But feel free to let me know how you guys feel. I don't know if this is just me playing through as a kid and also having these same feelings as an adult now, but I don't know. I felt this way all those years ago and I still feel this way now. Moving up to C tier. Bottom of C tier is Catch That Star Bunny. I love this other Cosmic Cove level. I love that you feed the hungry Luma, and I really like the dynamic between trying to race this thing that is clearly faster than you on foot, but then you have to switch over to ice skate and try to beat it that way. So I'll give it a lot of credit for that. Next up, the puzzling picture block. Yeah, I don't know, this world is pretty solid, especially for an opening level. I really like the wigglers, I really like the buzzsaws especially. However, the end resolution of the level is not worth all of the hype, especially what was built up before. All you do is fight this one enemy, which is two of the normal enemies you fought 15 seconds ago stapled on top of each other. It's not really that interesting. Okay, top of C tier, the secret wall jump. I love that you can see hints of this secret star as you're moving through the level normally. Not only do you see it at the top of your arch when you're swinging initially, but you also see it as a secret hallway to the left as you make your way forward to the B power-up for the first time. And I love this ending area. It's really, really cute. This game does wonders in giving really strong emotions to very small set pieces. And the ending of this level does that beautifully. You know, it is a little bit challenging to get up there, but this level goes by really quick. It's literally just a wall jump your way up. Not bad, so top of C tier, but not incredible. Alright, up to B tier, we have Twin Falls Hideaway. This is the opening level of Cosmic Cove. It teaches you how to swim, and not only that, it lets you go straight into this beautiful environment. I love the way the beach starts with all these penguins learning how to swim and teaching you in the same way. You move forward and all of a sudden it opens up to this huge environment. The colors are beautiful, the music is lovely. And after you've had your fill exploring this area, you immediately freeze over the entire planet and are able to climb up these waterfalls. Beautiful. Next up, Bugaboom's back. This is the secret star with the secret boss fight. I really enjoy the aesthetic of this boss fight. I love the autumn look. I don't know, something about it with the rest of the wood galaxy really makes me happy. It makes me wonder why the Whittles were taken away from this when they were clearly in the early build of this level. But I digress. And I like the boss fight. It's a cool guy. A lot better than the actual boss of the first area, you can say that for sure. Next up is Bumble Beginnings. It's the B power-up. I love the B power-up. Everything about it, from the aesthetic, from the fact that it makes you feel like you're a tiny insect going through this very dangerous environment, the bouncing plums, which I now realize are probably grapes. It's all really good. And the fact that the bumblebees congratulate you afterwards. It's almost like their colony is an actual real entity with its own politics, its own dynamics, its own soldiers with their wants and needs, and they're recognizing that Mario did something that they couldn't. It's really nice. And then top of B tier, Rock and Rolodillo. The rock power-up is great. I love the bowling aesthetic. I hate these pink Octoombas, but I have to acknowledge that what makes this area so fun. I like being able to roll in and break these huge crystals, and I like the boss fight at the very end. I really like this guy. Alright, we're getting to the good stuff. A tier. Bottom of A tier is Hot Stepping Dash Pepper. Beautiful expansion of Yoshi's moveset. Incredible. Up until this point, we thought that Yoshi would only be able to do the types of things that Yoshi could do before, but now all of a sudden he gets a power-up. It makes you think what else Yoshi is able to do in this game. And not only that, it makes you feel like a real gamer, going up this secret way to the top of the tower, going as fast as you can, grabbing the Comet Medal and using a secret dash to keep going. It's fantastic. And it'll always have a special place in my heart for being the first bronze star that I ever collected. And I know I should have talked about it when we talked about the bronze stars initially, but apparently you can get a bronze star as early as the very first level if you had trouble with Pee-wee Piranha. I don't know, that's news to me. It's shocking that you would have any trouble with that first boss of the first level of the game. But whatever. And then top of A tier is Fluzzard's First Flight. You guys may disagree with me, but I love Fluzzard. I love these motion controls. I love the way it makes you feel. I love how dynamic it is with you diving. I love trying to get a high score and going through all these gates, all these different paths you can go through, making sure you nab the comet medal at the very end before going through the beautiful sun. It is incredible. I love the way Fluzzard looks, and I love his Fluzzard pals. And then, S tier, where it belongs. The last level we played, Bowser's Big Lava Power Party. From the moment you start, the music clues you in that this is gonna be serious. This is Bowser, but not like the Bowsers that we fought before in other games. No, this one has a beautiful opera, pushing how intense this battle is about to be. The different lava paths, the different security measures that Bowser clearly put in place to try to stop you. The Womps make an incredible return. This is great. This is a great level. And not only that, there's such a triumphant feeling about opening these gates, breaking into the castle, and finally making your way to the throne room himself. Bowser. There he is, in his ginormous might and fury, the same way we saw him in the intro. He ravaged the castle, destroyed and kidnapped the princess, and here he is, looking just as smug as any ruler on his throne. And I hate to admit it, he's got the power to back up that smugness. The fight is incredible. I love the way you kind of use his attacks against him. It has that type of beautiful narrative structure in which the enemy brings about his own downfall in trying to defeat the hero. Phenomenal level. I love it. I love it. Another certified Malmadius masterpiece. But anyway, enough gushing about this. It looks like we almost made our way back to Starship Mario.
A portal to the next world opened up. Well, how about that? You fought a giant monster and then he turned tail and ran off, right? Well then, let's get on after him. With the power of this Grand Star, we can keep going through time and space no problem. So it sounds like your special one is still with that monster, eh? Well, let's not just sit around getting older. Let's get going, Captain. You said it, Lubba. We're not really getting much older, so I can't wait to see where we go next. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was part 3 of a very long retrospective. If you haven't seen the other parts, click right here to see more and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Sorry, it looks like we're out of time, so I want to apologize to Grian. We'll get you on next time. But until then, I'm the Malmadius, and as always, have a great day and make it a great day for someone else. Take care, everybody.